Hello, welcome to your favorite show here on Boomcap. At Astra.
Josh, what's happening?
Well, thanks for asking. Ad Astra was directed by James Gray and stars Brad Pitt.
And
Oh, yay!
Yes,
I
yes.
forgot Tommy Lee Jones.
I love James Gray and the other movies he's made.
What other movies has he made? I don't know what other movies he's made.
What?
This is the first one that I've seen. Wait, what?
Oh,
Prometheus.
What else did he make?
He said Prometheus.
I just said put it on the screen.
Oh, yes.
The answers we seek are just outside our reach.
We watched this last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
I had fun watching it.
Yeah, for the most part, I did.
Who doesn't like Brad Pitt, right? You don't like Brad Pitt?
I kid.
Audience laughter.
So I'm sure you guys have heard the joke Brad Astra, right?
Actually,
Mm-mm.
no.
Oh.
This is my first
Well,
time.
Wait, tell the joke. Tell the joke.
All right. Ad Astra starring Brad Pitt, also known as Brad Astra.
God.
It's too much.
Now how about Rad Astra?
You're overwhelming me with these straight facts.
Rad Astra. How about... All right, you see this guy? You see?
I see Yahoo movies. Yeah, who is that?
That's in Zombieland. Sorry, Zombie World Z. God, Brad War Z.
Oh, God. Is this another play on his name?
So one word that people have used to describe this movie is Sad Astra. All right. Connor from Letterboxd said, "This movie is about being human. Ad Astra is a movie that made me feel the loneliness, the want, the desire." I don't know. A lot of people seem really deeply moved by this movie, showing the lonely side of sci-fi.
I think it did a pretty good job being lonely. I think First Man did it better. One of my favorite sci-fis.
That sounded fake. What? One of my favorite sci-fis. It's like a gun to your
Matt
head.
Damon's behind him.
You mean Ryan Gosling?
So you guys are...
I said the Mars movie, sorry.
Oh, The
Mine's
Martian?
completely gone, yeah.
Sorry, continue.
So you guys agree First Man is a sci-fi?
No, because it's not fiction.
It's mainly based on real.
Oh, you were making a joke. Oh my god, it makes sense. Okay. I feel like this is a lot more science fiction, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not set 100 years into the future. It's set, I don't know.
It's at a few.
Yeah. Relatively soon, right?
I think it does lonely for maybe the last part,
Okay.
but I think the other stuff is very much just watching him go to cool, wacky places.
I feel like since the very beginning, Brad Pitt's character feels like he doesn't really have this connection, right? He's got this shadow of his dad that he's always trying to fill. And he has a marriage that didn't work out. And he's just been kind of trying to find his place in the world. I feel like it kind of just started nailing that whole atmosphere right away.
I disagree for the most part, just mainly because the very first act in this movie is him falling down that big thing. And it just seems so unreal for a human being to be like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, this is the character. Hook me in and make me believe that this is what, this character actually exists in this world. And it never did.
Exactly, because he's all by himself and alone.
Yeah, but
and he's not a part of the world that everyone else lives in.
That's the problem. I don't feel like this character is real.
Feels a little robotic to you. Is that what you...
Yeah,
You
he
feel-
doesn't feel like a real human being, which he's not supposed to, but I wanted them to make me believe that was a possibility in this world.
Gotcha.
But it was just kind of felt weird.
That is the best segue to...
Oh, oh my god, is that a tennis ball?
Why is he mad, Astra?
Did
you-
No, I
Mad
know.
Astra. So, are you okay? You good?
You just freaked him out.
You got it.
Yes!
Zach wins. Speaking of Mad Astra, there are definitely a large amount of reviews that are pretty critical of this movie. A few people in the theater, I don't know if you heard right behind us, just kept talking about how bored they were.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Ed from Letterboxd says, "This dang movie drained all energy from me to write any sort of review. Ad Astra is the Brad Pitts. Half star for being a space elevator."
I mean, that's pretty harsh.
Yeah. So what do you feel like the major critiques of this film would be?
Maybe I could see people getting bored by the technical side of it because it feels very realistic, at least to me. I don't know the science behind all of it. But that is a huge focus on the plot, is the science behind it, which is going to intrigue a lot of other people, but it's going to bore a lot of people. I'm personally was pretty intrigued. I love space. Didn't really. I love space. Where was it going?
Where did this come from?
Oh my god. You okay?
I love space. That's the end of my sentence.
Okay. The original question was, well, what do we think the major complaints are?
What do you think, like, I mean, even if you don't necessarily have them, what do you think critiques would be?
I think this guy exactly, he said it perfectly, that people would think it's really slow. I don't think it is. I think it needs to be this slow to, like, give you that lore.
When it's kind of a character-based story.
A lonely story. I honestly could have used more time with Brad and his dad on the space station. I would love to see their relationship a little bit more kind of developed physically instead of through voiceover.
Another thing that I think people would dislike about this movie is the second half. I think that's the big takeaway. If I was to put my money on one part that people hated, it's the second half.
If you were gambling, you would have lost some money.
Oof.
The voiceover seems to be the greatest critique of the way that this story is told. But it's also some hot water because a lot of people feel like the studio forced James Gray to put the voiceover so people got it.
Oh no, that sucks.
It's like you can't read his emotions on his face, so they're like, let's tell you.
Right, because a lot of people are like, he's just saying what he's saying with his face, right?
Yeah.
Which, sure, it didn't bother me that much.
Can I add on to that?
Sure.
In terms of a guess, at least, I think the studio also had a hand in the action scenes. Because there's like 2 in the entire movie, and it feels very weird.
Really? I love the moon.
The moon one is awesome.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I like the moon one a lot, but it feels a little like out of place in terms of what they're trying to do. Probably like, let's just spice in some fun moon combat and some monkeys that are bad. And it's like, like the moon one was fun. Like I like the moon one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way they use silence, right?
Yeah.
There's no sound in space, and they freaking did that. So you heard like the muffled sounds
from like
suit. The inside of the suit.
Yeah. I think the reason why the voiceover is kind of a hindrance on it is because a lot of interest in movies, or at least a lot of movies that interest me, come from the ambiguity. Like a lot of Scorsese movies, a lot of the characters are very like ambiguous and you don't really know what they're thinking. You're just kind of like aviator, taxi driver. And I think this movie could have been great in that sense. And you just don't really know what's going on until it comes out through actions. And I think that's what made this movie great, personally.
All right. Another thing worthy of critique is...
Oh! Who's that?
That's Brad Pitt.
Who's the guy in the back?
Yeah, who's like sneaking over.
So this is...
It's unbroken.
This is Dad Astra. Those are his kids.
Those are his kids?
Yes.
Oh!
The 3 of them or just the 2 of them?
That third one is like an evil ghost, like haunting that picture.
Yeah, I just
wanted to say.
I just wanted to. Yeah, look at him being a dad. Oh, what a good dad.
Yeah.
Leaving his kids and going into space.
Creepy guy behind them.
I think that might be his kid. Anyways.
He's not touching him.
Okay, so here we have...
What is this?
Oh,
Yeah, guess.
Chad Astra.
Don't be Chad Astra.
That looks like a Chad.
No, I thought this beard was pretty bad, Astra. Bad. So speaking of bad, this film has a much higher critic rating than it does audience rating.
You don't see that a lot.
How do you guys think this movie will fare with the Oscars?
Definitely effects. It's a beautiful fucking movie. It's crazy. It looks amazing. And I think the sound and effects, because the sound really drives it, especially in space. Because the first few scenes are just extremely tense. Like, I don't want to bag on this movie anymore because there's a lot of good in it.
What I love about the space elements of this movie is that they're not flashy. They're not glamorous. They're not over the top, in your face, like, whoa, lasers in space. And, even one of my favorite movies, Interstellar, in that sense, you have just the awe of these different space elements. And these kind of were just chilling in the background, right? It was more about what was going on and more about what the characters were, which I really liked, So many of the shots, you just saw the blue light of Neptune in the background, but it was just focused on Brad Pitt.
Very cool.
Fun fact, the guy who shot Interstellar also shot this movie.
Got a thing for space?
Christopher Nolan?
Oh.
Cinematographer. Director.
Brad Pitt. Oscar nomination? Best Actor?
I have to watch it again.
I think he does a lot of crazy acting by himself, which is pretty great. Like, I think the best part of the movie by far is when he is alone trying to get to Neptune. Because he's just like, it's uncomfortable to watch. Because he's just feeding himself and he's going mentally insane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And his eyes are like bugging out. And
I forgot about that part.
Just freaking. It's the best part of the movie because you're just like,
Yeah. Oh, here's
Brad Pines.
What did you say?
Sorry.
Bread pines?
Anyways. That's about it, boys. That's all I got. At Astra.
Give it your final blank Astra rating.
This gets a fad Astra out of Bap Papa.
Get 10 Astra, but kako.
Gungu connection log.
Goo goo gaga! My dad's insane, he's killing the planet! Yeah, who won?
Yeah, who won the prize? You already said he won, but who actually won?
Zach won.
God, okay, well.
But...
I thought you would change it.
Did I really? Josh, I need you to answer. Josh?
Thank you guys for watching.
Josh, why are you ignoring me? Look at me.
Love you too.
Look at... Why are you looking at...
love...
There you go. Stop. Stop.
You better answer him.
Me.
I'm gonna end the video.
Don't. I'm gonna fart.
Please.
I'll do it more.
No.
Clap and you will
Thanks for watching.
No.
Check coming tomorrow next time on Boomcap
Check
at Astra.
Tomorrow.
I forgot we do this at the end of videos.
Ass Astra.
There we go.
Alex.